What's going on, Junkies? Welcome back to another great episode of Culture Junkies Live. I'm your host, Kenshiro. Today, we're going to be talking about a lot of really cool stuff that just dropped in the culture. Obviously, we're on the eve of Wolverine and Deadpool. We'll get to that maybe a little bit later. Comic-Con is this weekend, but a landmark announcement came out today. The Olympics are adding eSports to the list of events that you can get a gold medal for. So we're going to discuss what games should be in the Olympics and competed over, and what games we would love to actually have be played, because it's probably not going to be the ones that you think they're going to be. Also, got a couple of trailers that I want to show you guys that I think are going to be really fun for us to see. But before I get too far, I'd be remiss if I didn't introduce my friends, the great Dr. Kuji, GQ, and Simon Says. What is up, fellas? How are you doing?
Everybody.
Hey.
Hello, everybody.
Cool. It's good to see everybody. Happy Wednesday. Coming up towards the end of July. I don't know if this year seems like it's going fast, but maybe it kind of seems like it is. But I want to say what's up in the chat to Wolverine Solid X and Daryl Brown. Good to see you both. Big ups, Daryl. Driving around in a nice new Tesla that he got. It's red. Looks beautiful. It's great. I wouldn't say I'm jealous, because I don't know if I'd be able to support Elon Musk, because he's kind of an ass. But to each their own.
For me, it's not even about supporting Elon Musk. I drive too much to drive an electric car.
You know, and I would love to hear from someone that actually has an electric car if GQ's concerns are okay. They're probably valid. 100%.
No, I already know they're valid, because, for example, you go to Chicago. You can make Chicago, and from Detroit to Chicago on most electric cars, you can make that, and you'll get there with very little problems. So, 260 some odd miles to Chicago. The range of most electric cars is at least 270 to 300 miles on a single charge. The issue I have, once I get to Chicago, I'm not parking, I'm doing stuff. So right off the bat, you're going to have the issue of, okay, you've got a car that's basically on E that you have to wait and find a charge station to get to, and that's the only way you're going to be able to get to the next place. Can't do a road trip in a electric vehicle either.
Oh, nah, especially not towing nothing. Forget it.
Well, you can do road trips. One of the things that I learned about a Tesla is that because everything is smart and connected to the internet, it will select a route to you to do road trips to your next charging station. So however distance you have, it'll find you where you could get to that charging station and charge. My whole thing is
the bitch take about an hour to charge.
Well, that's the whole thing. My whole thing is this charging time.
Does it really take an hour?
I don't know how long.
It's an hour it's a 40 minutes to an hour, because I just spoke to somebody not too long ago that drove from here to Florida in an electric truck.
Okay.
And he had to constantly stop. You've all been in the car with me when we went to a road trip.
Yeah, that's a long ass trip.
I don't stop unless I have to.
Yeah.
Right.
And adding a whole bunch of extra stops every 250 miles is not for me.
I hear you. Because like is always said, time is money. So
what the fuck?
So
up to Marcus 864 in the chat over there. Sorry about that.
I know you all good. I don't know. So I would love to hear from Daryl. What he thinks the ride is like, because he was testing. He posted on his Facebook pictures of him testing the self-drive on the freeway back from between Chicago to Michigan. Looked like it was doing pretty good. It was like changing lanes and everything. It's kind of cool, man.
To me, I think that's dope as shit.
Yeah, I do too. I think it's.
I'm too much of a control freak to let a car do the driving for me.
Look, bro. Though I understand everything that you said, you're not as much as a control freak as I am, because I've been driving manual my whole entire life, and that's the ultimate control of your car. And with giving that, I would have no problem if it was for me just to go to work and I can let the thing drive me to work. I would do that, because sometimes
and that's fine. I don't trust other people
Well, that's also true, but you got to worry about that regardless if you're driving automatic, you have the car
That's why,
drive
like I
or
said,
not.
that's why when I'm behind the wheel, I'm fine because I know me and my reaction time and what
Mhm.
I'm going to do versus a car that has to register this, register that. Now, granted, it's a computer; it should be able to do it quickly. However,
Mhm.
it's not perfect yet.
Of course, it's not perfect
Mhm.
yet.
Shout out to Marcus A64 resubbing to the Twitch channel 43 months. That's pretty cool, man.
Cool, baby.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
Cool,
Appreciate you.
So yeah, so let's get the show on the road. So obviously, Simon Says actually brought up right before we hit that Raw or the WWE is starting to do some big things with the women's division. Like, what was that all about?
The rumor has it they might be doing a secondary belts for the women on Raw and SmackDown. Maybe like a female Intercontinental Championship and a U.S. Championship. Um,
Interesting.
not yet in the pipe yet because they already did the secondary belt over in NXT with the women's North American title. So that's kind of like the pilot, I guess, with
Mhm.
how they're going to run it. So far, so good. They had a banger of a ladder match for
Mhm.
the inaugural championship. The women's champion, I think her name is uh, Kiana Jordan. She's pretty good. She had another title defense against Solo Ruka. That was a pretty good match. But
Mhm.
until then, we just had to wait and see
Mhm.
how that does over there in NXT, and then depending on how that goes, they'll probably go ahead and because like I said, Raw is going to Netflix um, sometime next year, so they might want to have something other than just the World Heavyweight Champion and WWE Women's Championship belts. I'm not sure if they're going to do anything else with the women's tag team belts yet, because as of right now, it's just defended on all brands. So if they're going to do anything else with those, they might want to step it up because as of right now, it's pretty much like the tag team champs are just in catering right now. So
Mm. Okay. So I mean, women's sports in general are kind of growing. What the hell is up with that Tekken back there, man? I'm seeing
I
like
know it's an
missing
emulator.
polygons.
Look,
It's moving slow.
it's an emulator. I got a thing in there, got 80,000 games on it, and it's a shitty emulator. Now, I still
Yeah,
got my PlayStation 3 in there, so I could throw in the actual Tekken 3 if I wanted to, but I don't really give a shit.
the slowdown is just crazy.
It
It
is
looks like it's
terrible. I was
it
laughing
it,
at it too.
it looks
It's
like
at
a early
53%.
yo
59,
man. Look, it looks. You
63.
know what it looks like? It reminds me of GQ. You and Simon Says actually would be able to relate to this because like a little bit. Remember what computer gaming used to be like if you didn't
mhm,
have like the latest graphics card
Oh
and you
yeah, I
tried to
remember
run
that.
you
mhm.
tried to run a game and like them polygons was moving at like 10 frames per second or some junk like that. That's
Mhm.
hilarious, man. It's funny as hell. So he's gonna switch the game.
I want to
But anyway,
see.
but no,
I want to see if
but women's sports seems to be growing just in general because the WNBA just secured the bag and got an 11 year deal worth $2.2 billion. Billion with a B. That's not little money. And that's going to be spread across Disney. So that's ABC, ESPN, Amazon Prime, and NBC Universal, which NBC is also getting the NBA back. And, as a quick aside, right? A big FU to TNT. The TNT just lost its NBA rights because they tried to do a last second deal and match Amazon's coverage that they're paying for the NBA. The NBA rejected it because they only did it for like 1 year, whereas like Amazon was like 3 years up front.
Mhm.
And in response, TNT says they're going to try and sue the NBA for rejecting them. How in the fuck are you going to reject the company that you're trying to secure the rights to broadcast their games? How are you
Yeah,
going to sue them for rejecting you?
Depends on what their
It's their
contract was.
huh?
Depends on how that contract was written.
Yeah, but they already secured rights, right? They already secured rights. Like their deal is set to expire. This was like a brand new deal that people were entering into. They accepted Amazon, NBC's, and ESPN, Disney's right away.
Mhm.
TNT tried to come in last second and say, "Oh, we're
Yeah.
going to match Amazon's deal." But at the same time, I'm incredulous that they think they can sue the company for rejecting their offer and
If
accepting
they
their offer.
had
It's like,
if they had a clause for right of first refusal for a re-up, they can sue.
oh, they already had that exclusive window. They let it pass.
Again, we don't know. They're not going to just randomly sue if they don't have some leg to stand on. So there's probably something buried in their contract, some clause that they're digging up that, hey, we're going to sue.
I don't know. I guess we're gonna have to see. I just find it silly that they're doing that. Anyway, so King Takeem is checking in on YouTube. Good to see you, sir. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, Preem for 34 months in a row. Appreciate you.
Primo!
Mm-hmm. Preem for 34 months in the yo. So everybody's excited about Wolverine and Deadpool tomorrow, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Not really.
I mean,
He said, not really. I'm just
he's saying that because he ain't going tomorrow.
like, let's see.
Are you said you weren't going tomorrow, right?
No, I got priorities, bro.
He said, I got shit to do. I'm translating right
I got a family barbecue I need to attend to.
I got to get some pork and beans in my belly.
Yo, man, family's forever. First day MCU movie releases are not. So I'm just kidding. I'm just busting. I'm just kidding, man. I'm just
I'm not.
Yeah.
You see family whenever you want to see them.
Exactly, bruh. Exactly. Exactly.
Y'all just gonna bust my balls today.
Hey,
y'all gonna see it.
Hey,
I'm here
hey,
for it. I'm gonna take
hey.
it. I'm gonna take one for the team. Y'all go ahead. I'm
Absolutely.
Yeah. Hey.
Because straight up, I'm tired of not looking at stuff related to this movie. So I want to be able to just go see it and then be like, okay, cool. Now I can read whatever.
Look,
Read
man,
I
was so freaking pissed on what was that? Was that Sunday?
Yeah, my brother told me,
yeah.
and he was like, yeah, that's your fault for looking at that trailer. But then I saw something today. They said that Disney was putting out false what do you call that?
Fake trailers.
Oh,
not trailers, but false what do you call it? Not spoiler. So if things got leaked, they weren't, real or whatever. They were putting out supposedly. So we'll see.
But the one that I saw obviously leaking that a certain person is in there from a previous movie that we all kind of was like saying it would be cool if such and such showed up, and this person says, this person as an actress or actor, excuse me, that let me use the PC term, had denied all along that they were in it. Had been asked, was like, oh no, I'm not in it. I haven't been asked, and I couldn't make it work, and so I wasn't in it. So obviously everybody was disappointed. But then when the trailer drops, I'm not watching the trailer. I'm not trying to get watching the trailer. I'm getting warned that say, hey, there's something that came out in there in the final trailer that why would you release this on the week of the movie? Y'all couldn't wait, like. And I'm avoiding
either
all
A,
the
it's for real, or B, is not for real. I mean, who knows? Even if it is, because I end up watching it, and I don't get spoiled by stuff. I don't feel that anymore. Because again, if you walk into a kitchen and you smell a certain scent, and you think that they're cooking this food, and it turns out the food is not exactly what you thought it was, or you don't know how it tastes, smells, and tastes, it just. I don't know. That just didn't bother me because I watched because I wanted to see what was so upsetting, and I was just like, "Oh, okay, that's interesting."
Yeah, but I like getting the full experience, so I don't want to know nothing going in. Right? I got to deal with assholes on social media that want to spoil stuff all the time, and ruin the fun for other people because
no, you don't. You don't have to deal with any of it. You don't have to deal with any of that. Put your phone down. Don't go on the internet. It's not hard. I've done it easily because I'm not on my phone 24/7. I don't have to look at Facebook 24. I don't have to look at any of that stuff. I got plenty of other things to distract me before I go see this movie.
Unfortunately, what happened? I don't know what happened to Simon Says his camera dropped out. But unfortunately, because of some of the roles I take, I don't necessarily have that luxury to go on that kind of a social media hiatus for like a whole month before a movie comes out. So, it's just I don't know. Maybe it's
Look,
maybe
I'm gonna
it's
have to tell you
expecting too much
something.
people.
I haven't seen anything. I chose to look at that trailer. I saw the first teaser that came out, and then I chose not to watch anything. Now, mind you, I'm not on Twitter like you are. I go to Twitter every once in a while, and I don't really see anything interesting on Twitter. And that trailer that you were, upset about, I watched it because I wanted to see what was so upsetting about it. Because I probably wouldn't have watched it if my brother didn't say. He said he saw you getting all pissed off on you, like, oh, these guys, these motherfuckers. I'm like, well, okay, let me see what this is. And I don't know, like, I don't know anything that's going on with the movie at all. Besides that one character that you said, I don't know anything. Zero zilch.
Oh,
Nothing.
and Fallen Marvel's joining the show from Facebook. Welcome to the show, sir. He says Twitter is terrible, and he's 100% right. Twitter is terrible because that's exactly where I got spoiled. It was my fault for not hiding words, right? But I've heard some people say that even blacklisting certain words is no longer effective anymore. Like, so it's crazy, man.
I don't know. I'll see when tomorrow when we're sitting in that theater.
Yep. Now look, Marcus Ace Store's got a good one. He said, I seen one trailer and that was it, which is about to be my policy. And then he said, I got spoiled by someone else who said what pissed Kenshiro off. So someone else actually ran their mouth, which
see, I didn't see any of that stuff. That's really why I don't know what's the difference. I saw it from the trailer. I didn't see it from anybody else. So I don't know. I just people. I don't know.
All right, so we're all excited for the movie. We're not going to talk about the movie itself. I don't want to know anything. I haven't read a single review or nothing. Are people just texting you to trigger that notification?
I think so. I just think it's funny. Man. That's why I got it on.
That's fuck, man. But I like it. No, that's
the funniest fucking goddamn.
I love it. No, that's pretty good. But what I was going to say,
I'm going to turn it off.
What I was going to say, and Wolverine is right. You should stay off social media tomorrow till at least Saturday morning. But since we're going to go see it tomorrow night, I'll probably say. But because going to work, I can easily ignore social media and not go on it.
Yeah.
So I'll be fine. Right. But the merch came out of like the popcorn buckets and stuff like that. And we were talking about it in a group text chat of the stuff that was out there to get. Does any of that look appealing to you? Like the popcorn, the Wolverine popcorn buckets, the Deadpool popcorn bucket? Like, the only thing I want is the popcorn tins. I don't want the buckets. The buckets kind of look kind of hokey and cheesy, whatever.
I know people have their place for it, but I would use it at the theater. I never use it again. And I already got enough dust collectors around here. I don't need any more.
I like the way you said that.
I mean, it is. I'm building another one, and as much as I like this stuff, after you build it, it kind of sits around and it collects dust, and then you got to actively try to undust stuff, and I'm not really that good at doing that. I got to get a lot better at it. So,
wait a minute. The Fallen Marvel was like, scroll slow and learn to go blind instantly. I'm not sure that really works. I don't know how effective that is.
It's not difficult because I was on social media the entire time. I just chose to not look at anything related to Wolverine and Deadpool.
Okay.
I've looked at any either.
How do you choose not to if it's on the screen?
Like, I don't know, dude. I just go ahead. No, you go.
Well, realistically, okay. When I go to my Instagram, when I go to my Twitter, any of that, I check it for like 2 minutes and then I'm done. I don't need to like actively look at it anymore after that. Just check it, put it away, check your notifications. Okay, good, I'm done. Facebook, same thing. I scroll through Facebook. If I see anything related to that, I scroll past it or close that person off or whatever. You don't have to look at anything that's put in front of you. It's not difficult.
Right. And Marcus A64 brings up a good one. He says, I wasn't trying to look when I got spoiled. And that's kind of what happened to me. I wasn't trying to look and it just popped up on the screen.
If I'm walking down the street and I see an ugly chick, I look away immediately, regardless of the fact that it's like, yes, your eyes saw it, but guess what? I have the option to look away.
Oh, dang it.
But it's still in your head. The mental image is still there.
No, it's not. I've seen more than enough beautiful women to replace that image immediately.
Yo, that's
So it's
that's
not
some
it's
next level
not
stuff. That's
it's
pretty
not
good.
hard.
That's
Oh
next
wow.
level. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty
Oh,
good.
okay.
The way you're able to do that. Yeah, that's you're like Marcus says before. Don't matter. You saw the ugly chicken too late. And Preem says, I'm gonna grab the Funko Pops I like, but the popcorn bucket don't really appeal to me. Yeah, it doesn't. The only popcorn bucket I wanted and missed out on was Ghost Trap from Ghostbusters. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, the Ghost
yeah.
Trap was cute, but I mean, I have the Ghost Trap replica, so I don't need
Mhm.
another one.
Right.
And then I might get the Wolverine popcorn bucket. I know Bianca says she wants the Wolverine popcorn bucket or
She
the
did.
Deadpool one or something. And the thing is, Wolverine looks like two Batman looking at each other.
Yeah,
Like
Right.
there's no
Right.
no matter
Right.
how they design it, it always looks like that. I'm like,
Look, man,
okay.
we need decos for the new set anyway. When we go in, I think that Wolverine popcorn bucket will look pretty good there. We just can't put no stale popcorn or nothing.
Oh,
in.
anytime I get those, I don't let them put popcorn in them anyway.
Right. We just can't
'Cause
put
to
no
me,
popcorn in them.
that's you'll never get
Yeah.
that oil if it's especially the plastic ones. You'll never get that oil out of there. Ever.
Never. Ever.
So it's like they're like, look, put my popcorn in a bag, give me the bucket clean. Same thing with the tins. I never let them put popcorn in the tins either. Like, there's no point.
Preem is like hard veto on the stupid popcorn bucket in the studio. Like, but it's literally just a Wolverine mask. That But I do want the popcorn tins though.
Who's got the
Kenshiro
tins?
must learn
Cinemark?
this. I think so. Might have to ask Megatron to pick him up for me. He owes me some favors anyway from assorted.
Well, the thing is, any of that stuff you want, you got to get it basically tomorrow morning.
Yeah, it's true.
Because it's going to be gone.
Yo, Preem,
Yeah.
bro. Yo, Preem, really? Yo, chill, dude. chill.
Oh no, he's talking about the he's probably talking about the AMC one.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but still,
I
saw it
that's
too.
What yeah,
well,
that looked unfortunate.
Well, that one is weird. The other one where it looks like more like just the mask just sitting straight forward.
Yeah, that's the one I was talking about.
That one's more reasonable.
Yeah, that's the one I was talking about. I wasn't talking about that. I wouldn't talk about that weird one. I don't know what shit that's nah, I wouldn't talk about that one.
You know what's weird? We haven't seen any merch from Imagine. I mean, I'm sure Imagine's probably just a 10, but
yeah, they probably are just a 10, and I'm not sure it's going to look as good as the Cinemark ones. That's why I want to make sure I hopefully get the Cinemark ones.
Who's getting that on Deadpool controller for Xbox?
So I was just about to bring those up. The Deadpool and Wolverine controllers, the one with the molded cakes. Yes, those are real. Wow, and supposedly the cakes come off.
Yeah,
on both of them.
Well, I mean, I'd imagine they would need to. You actually hold the damn controller normally.
Yeah,
caked up Xbox controller. Like what?
Straight up cheeks for both Wolverine and Deadpool.
Takeem is like, damn it, my Twitch won't work. What Preem say?
He's trying to veto the he's trying to veto the Wolverine mask.
Yeah, the Wolverine mask. Essentially, Takeem, he said he looked like a sex toy. A certain sex toy. Yeah. So, yeah, and which absolutely is a reason to veto it, but that's not the one I was talking about.
Yeah, Marcus is right about the Captain America. I mean,
guess Captain America gonna get a K controller too. Why? Why?
America's ass.
It's America's ass.
America's ass.
It's America's ass. Come on, man.
But that was Steve. Not Sam.
So you saying the black man ain't got no ass? Okay.
Yeah.
Damn, I walked right into that one. Right into that one.
Exactly. That's America's controller.
I walked right into that one. Right on time. Right on time. So speaking of stuff that we want to buy, I want to show some stuff that I saw on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to show to you guys, and I kind of just want to run it by all of you to see, is this a buy and add to GQ's collection or a not buy? And if GQ won't buy it right away, what would he buy it for if he found it later? So let's take a look. So here's the first one. Here's the
All
question.
Will
Will he buy
GQ purchase?
Is there supposed to be sound or no?
Yeah, I turned the sound down.
Oh, it's got music.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Fair enough. All right, so that looks like that's
Oh, the
Looks like-
madness.
like PCS collectibles.
No, it
Um,
is Sideshow.
Sideshow.
Oh,
It
it
is
is
a
Sideshow.
Sideshow Magneto figure.
I mean, it looks cool. Magneto is a very interesting character, but I don't think I would ever buy a statue of him.
You what?
I wouldn't.
No, really?
No.
I thought for sure you would get this one just by how
The only
awesome it looks.
you must not have looked at my statue collection. The only
No.
male of all of my statues is Akuma. That's it. That's the only guy that I have as a statue besides him and Loki. And I got
Okay.
Loki because I got him for little or nothing.
Well, wait.
Wait, we thought you had Vader.
Did you or did you not get the Falcon and Winter Soldier Captain America?
That's not a statue. That's a 6-scale figure.
Okay, so okay. I
Okay.
wasn't drawing a delineation between
Mhm.
figure and statue. My bad. That's my fault. That's my fault.
Same.
My fault.
He
Mhm.
said it's an action figure.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's a difference. I get it.
It's absolute difference, about a couple $100 difference.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Ah,
So Takeem called it. He said, "Nah, he wouldn't do it." So that's interesting. Amarak says, "I would think he would have jumped on that." See, I would have, because honestly, it looks like an awesome statue,
Mhm.
especially with that base that it's got. Well, the base looks awesome.
it's
It
all
looks
about the
sweet.
base.
So wow, no trouble. Marcus says for if the GI Joe HasLab is revealed to be the Cobra Rattler, is that a possible purchase? GQ.
The only thing that I'm getting actually from the HasLab website is the Megatron, that RoboSyn Megatron. That's it. HasLab. The only thing that I really missed on HasLab that I wanted to have, but now that I've seen it in person, I'm kind of glad I didn't get it, was Unicron.
Oh, word.
Like Unicron is cool, but transformed he looks terrible. In
Yeah.
planet mode he's perfect. But transformed,
You
his
know,
legs are all bulky, and you
Yeah.
got to have a place to put all those planet plates, basically.
You know, it's funny though. I've actually
Okay.
seen like multiple pictures of Unicron
Mhm.
basically in robot form, but
Mhm.
they don't leave him in robot form that long. They just like do it once, and then it's always in planet form.
Yeah, planet mode is his best look.
Yeah, you're right. I never see anybody else put him in robot mode, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's always in planet mode as a centerpiece surrounded by other Transformers. That's what I always see in people's collection. All right, so here's another one.
All right, this looks Batman-y.
Very much so.
You will match which with the Riddler.
Riddler
Nah.
premium format statue. And it didn't really
Okay.
show much of anything. So I would say to that.
Nah.
I
it
would
didn't. I mean, it
Yeah.
didn't like. It was kind of like weird. It didn't show much of the Riddler.
didn't show much at all.
Yeah.
Didn't show much.
The best Riddler was it was actually just a picture of him, but when they did Arkham City, they had a whole bunch of still images of the main characters and villains and whatnot, and they were usually black and white images with one particular color picked out as a highlight color. So the Riddler's just had his back turned with his
All
question mark
green.
cane. Yeah,
Mhm.
that if they made a statue of that, I would get that, because that was his best look to me. Was from
Okay.
Arkham City.
So
I
wait.
Yeah.
So you would buy a statue of a male?
If the Riddler, if it was that particular one from Arkham City, because you have to see that picture that they did. That picture, he looked
he
that was
looked
I'll
the
cool.
look that up.
best looking Riddler I've ever seen.
I have to
Yeah,
look
let's
that up.
Yeah, look it up. Arkham Knight.
Okay.
Arkham City.
I'm sorry, Arkham City.
Arkham
Thank
City.
you. Arkham City sketches or whatever.
Sketches?
They
Yeah,
were
they had,
basically
like-
sketches.
Yeah, they were like all
Yeah.
black and white, and then like
Mhm.
the outline was like dark, and then like they had like say like the Joker. It would be like his green hair and only the
Mhm.
red lipstick, but everything else was like grayed out.
Yep.
Wait a minute. So was this a statue? Because I'm not finding the statue.
No.
No,
it's
it's
just-
just
they
a
were
picture.
pictures.
They
They
were
were
pictures.
pictures. I said if they ever turned this picture into a statue.
Oh,
Oh, okay. So it's basically
Yeah.
him with his back turned, holding his
Yeah.
staff, and the
Yeah.
only thing
Yep.
that's green is the question mark.
Yep.
That's pretty sweet. I
Yep.
ain't gonna lie. That is pretty sweet. All right, so let's get on to another one. Move real fast.
Yeah.
So
Matter
this
of
is
fact, I
actually
found
the unboxing of Wolverine, and this one comes with a Muramasa blade. It looks
nice.
like a pretty dope statue. Not gonna lie, and that it's
Mhm.
opposable.
That's a 6 scale. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just good.
Would you buy it?
Not that one because I've never liked the brown and yellow outfit.
Mhm.
Honestly.
So about that amazing blue.
Yep. The Michigan blue Wolverine was always the better looking costume to me. And I've
Mhm.
actually got the one from the movie on pre-order anyway, because I didn't get any of the other Hugh Jackman ones. So I'm gonna get the
Okay.
one from this movie.
From
That's
this
already
movie?
pre-ordered. Yeah.
Oh,
And
okay. That's pretty
again,
awesome.
you know how Hot Toys is, it ain't gonna come out till like next year sometime.
Exactly.
I will get
Sideshow
it.
Con was today, too, by the way.
Mhm.
That's where I saw a lot of these things. So it's pretty
Yep.
sweet. So this is from Hono Studio. Marcus A64 is asking, is that a Mondo figure? No, it's from Hono Studio. But
I have the Mondo figure though, but
you do?
that's never going to be open. It's the the meme, the Wolverine meme when he's on the bed looking at the picture.
Oh
of
yes,
Jean and-
yes,
yeah.
I remember that very
Yeah.
infamously. The Wolverine Solid X, of course, is saying all Wolverines must be purchased. Of course, he would say that. Of
No, they
course he would.
don't.
Uh-huh.
No, they
He's
don't.
like, no, they don't.
Especially that brown one. Hell to the
Oh, okay. So
no,
so
I know. I
Keem-
like the amazing blue. I like the amazing
Keem,
blue.
yeah, Takeem says GQ would buy it if it was Laura instead.
Yeah, absolutely.
Would you? Would you? Okay.
Yeah, Laura.
Okay.
No, not Laura. Not Laura. What's her name?
Not Laura
I'm talking about
Croft,
Laura
but
from Street Fighter. Laura from Street Fighter.
no.
I've been.
Not Laura Croft, but Laura Kenny, aka X23, aka the female Wolverine.
No.
said you
I
would buy
understand. I understand that. I know that's what he's referring to. The only Laura I would buy is Laura from Street Fighter.
Did they
Yeah.
ever come out with a figure for her?
Not a figure. They gave. She's only got a statue. That's the only thing
That's
they've
it?
ever come out with. In there was that swimsuit statue.
And
that I
that's
unboxed.
the one that you bought, right? Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So here's the next one. The Muramasa blade is,
That's
cool.
pretty cool though.
That's very cool.
That's pretty
Yeah.
sweet. I'm glad they got that. So here's the next one.
Mhm.
And it's the same figure, but it's blue, but it's the amazing blue.
Again, I don't need multiples of the same character. The Hugh Jackman one will be good enough because I've already
Okay.
got, like I said, I've already got him in that outfit from the Mondo meme figure. So
Okay. The
I
only
don't
drawback
need
of this one to me is
Mhm.
this one does not come with the Muramasa blade. Only
Which-
the brown and yellow.
and let's be real. You go on eBay, you can get that Muramasa blade from somebody.
That's true. That's true.
Somebody
that's
will.
weird.
So, every single one of these things that comes out, there's always people that buy multiples of them just to part them out
Mhm.
and sell the parts for get way more. It's just like parting out a car.
Mhm.
It's
I
like, you
kind
get
of
way more
love
money.
that it comes with its own stand like that
Mhm.
for him to stand on. That you put the comic book issue on him
Yeah.
behind. That's
Oh
pretty
no,
sweet.
the presentation of it is great. It's just here's the other issue. It's a cartoony look, so he doesn't.
kind of
fit.
is, yeah.
He doesn't fit with. Most of my stuff is from movies, so he's
Mhm.
not. He's going to stand out like a sore thumb. That's part of the reason that I didn't put Captain Carter on display, because she looks more like the What If look than she does Haley Atwell dressed up as the character.
And I'm not gonna lie, not looking at it up close, I'm not a
Mhm.
fan of the cloth look that
Mhm.
that this figure has with his outfit. It's
Mhm.
just something about it, like you said, this doesn't hit right. It doesn't.
It's like
Right.
a
It
GI
feels
Joe
like it
figure with the kung fu
loses.
grip.
Yeah, it feels like it loses detail when you get to the actual costume, right?
Mhm.
Like everything else is super detailed, his gloves, his arms, and stuff like that. But then
Right.
when you look at the cloth or the uniform, it's just like, oh, we just stitched this together and just threw it on him, like he was a Barbie doll. Or
Yeah,
something
and
like that.
you'd have to basically display him with like figures. You'd have to basically have the rest of the X-Men or something, that are in that
Mhm.
style with him. Otherwise, he's just going to be there and he's just going to look wrong, and it's just going to be odd. If again, that's if you have a display that's set up in a particular theme or whatever.
Mhm.
But with him having the backdrops and all that sort of thing, you can display him by himself and it'll look cool. But if you
Okay.
put him in
Yeah, I
with
just want-
other 6 scale, it's gonna be like, he stands out like a sore thumb.
Yeah. So I just wanted to show those. I thought those were pretty good and kind of
Oh,
get
they look good.
GQ's ideas on some of the upcoming stuff that's coming out. Now, Sideshow Con, like I said, was today, and they actually had some cool ones like Superior Spider-Man was on there. There was another Magneto figure that was on there. I wonder if GQ would get the Superior Spider-Man one. That's the one where Dr. Octopus took over Peter's mind and became Spider-Man and was like super aggressive towards criminals and like was really teched out and even gave himself spider-like octopus arms to simulate the 8 legs of a spider. So I thought it was pretty cool. But anyway, so moving on to other things. So today Marcus 664 Doodoo Brown Wolverine sucks. I love that. Doodoo Brown Wolverine sucks. I love that. So I think today was a landmark day in that the International Olympics Committee officially voted eSports as a official Olympics event. There was no date of when the first official Olympics esport competition is going to happen, but the fact that it is an official sport, just like I found out yesterday that breakdancing is an official Olympic sport. What in the world is going on? Esports as an Olympic event, something unthinkable for us as kids growing up in the 80s and 90s. Now it is officially here. So the question only remains, what should be the games that are competed in the Olympics for the esports?
I remember the days when they told us video games won't get you far.
Yeah, we're getting people really far now. Video games made a lot of people millionaires. Not me. Not me yet. Not me. No, not me.
I honestly think, and this is going to be, I understand the Olympics has a lot of course, team sports. I think for esports, though, it should be games that are basically for individual achievement. It shouldn't really be about, like watching people play Call of Duty and, a bunch of, team related. Yeah, it shouldn't be Overwatch. It should be like fighting games and shit, I don't know, maybe a couple of racing games, but that's about it.
I don't disagree that it should be individual based, but we all know that the most watched esports games are MOBAs and first-person shooters. In fact, I actually have a chart that listed the top 5 esports games in the world right now. And let me go get the list, and I'll actually be able to.
We all know it's gonna be League of Legends.
They are.
All right, well, check your email while you're at it, because I sent you that Riddler picture if you want to put it in the media.
All right.
Well, while you're looking at it,
I got it right here.
Right out of the chat, Olympic Madden.
I'm gonna go ahead and say no.
The problem is going to be.
I'm gonna go ahead and say no on that.
The problem is going to be any of the games, like the MOBAs and all that sort of thing. They're too long.
Yeah.
You got to have something that's fast, and fighting games are fast.
Exactly. So, and Evo was just this past weekend. Shout out to Punk for finally winning Street Fighter 6 after years of being in Street Fighter tournaments and never getting over the top. He finally got over. So the top 5 esports games by prize money, right? I did it by prize money first, but actually, if we go by viewers, the top esports games by viewership, the number 1 game in the world is League of Legends.
I told you.
The number 1 game in the world is League of Legends with peak viewers, 2.8 million viewers. That's crazy. And that's all over the world. That's crazy.
Yeah.
The second game, but this one is and I'm discounting all mobile games. Like, there's no way a mobile game is going to be an Olympic esport. So discounting all mobile games. The second qualifying game is Counter-Strike, a game that's been around for like 20 years.
Yeah.
And that's got 1.8 million viewers. But Counter-Strike is more popular overseas than it is over here. Like that's a big game in Europe, mostly in Europe, I'd say, right? Yeah, mostly in Europe. Mostly in Europe. And this one shocked me. The third most qualifying game in viewership with 1.6 viewers across the world is Valorant.
No, that don't surprise me because like that game is pretty hot. That game is hot. People are playing that they're still playing it on Twitch.
Yeah.
They had
Valorant.
No, they had a couple of tournaments for that game. I'm trying to remember when, but yeah, they're playing that game like it's a following.
Yeah, like Valorant, I didn't think Valorant had caught on like that because I didn't necessarily see a lot of people talking about it like that. Like what gets all the pub over here in the US, it seems, is
Call of Duty,
and
Overwatch.
Maybe not Overwatch. Overwatch seemingly has fallen off really hard, like in the past year or so. Like nobody really is talking about Overwatch. I think Overwatch 2 kind of like really shit the bed.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. So
I would say maybe then, if not that, I know Destiny, but people are like playing. They are playing the actual like.
Destiny.
It's gonna be Fortnite.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Fortnite. Yeah.
Fortnite's probably gonna be one of them. It's gonna have some fighting games, and it's gonna have to be first-person shooter. But here's the deal: that you're okay. So like when it comes to sports, that you use your body to produce results.
Yeah,
they have multiple ones. You got running, you got swimming, you got pole vaulting, which also has running in it and whatnot. But like they did mention
DDR tournament.
Yeah, a DDR tournament. It'd be funny because you got, when you say eSports, they could actually have all of those in there, but it would make a lot of things a heck of a lot longer. You can have the most popular mobile, the most popular fighting game. Because you're not going to be able to do all of them. You're going to have Street Fighter, Tekken, Guilty Gear. They're going to try to do all. No, they're going to pick one from probably each group. So like that's I think what we're going to see. It's just going to be kind of weird because
it's going to be Smash Brothers.
Track and field. Smash Bros.
Hex no.
Konami's track and field.
Yo, that would be funny, right?
I would love to see them play track and field at the Olympics. As an
that
Olympic
would be funny, man.
That would be hilarious.
So you couldn't make the hurdle team, huh? Get on that track and field.
Right.
What is that?
This is the 1984 Audi Quattro.
Nice.
And like I said, I managed to find it. This is a set that's pretty expensive. I've seen on eBay sealed going for about $60. I managed to get it for 20.
Nothing wrong with that.
Now, interesting.
And it's
so Preem says, I think they're going to develop a game specifically for the Olympics. Because in a follow-up, he says, too many licenses to try and juggle when they can generate income by developing their own property. That's really interesting. But at the same time, I feel like because esports grew off of these other popular games, and the Olympics would have to create a game that they would have to release for free because they would have to allow players the time to learn and play and get their skills up to be Olympic level. I don't know if they're going to do that, right? They might be able to get licenses, if you think about it, for free from a lot of these companies, because having their game in the Olympics is free advertising.
Oh yeah,
free advertising.
Yeah, absolutely. You slap an Olympic logo on your game.
Exactly. Box. Like, man, remember the shit that Capcom got for shutting down tournaments all over the world that weren't officially in their pro tour? Remember that?
Yeah.
Capcom could just turn around and say, "Hey, go ahead, Olympics. You could have FS at Street Fighter 6." And just slap an Olympic logo on it, man. They bank.
Not only that, there's so much cross promotion you can do with that. And like, for example, there was a some esports event that happened with Street Fighter 5 was around, and they put track and field suits for every single character in the game because of that particular event. So there's all sorts of stuff that they can do, all sorts of cross promotion and cross branding and all sorts of stuff. If they go Olympics. That'd be sweet. Because the other thing is, I'm just imagining the Olympics trying to put a game together.
Yeah, that part
Exactly.
it's not gonna work as well as
Exactly,
they
man.
think so. If they
Nah.
do that, you're gonna have to use
Exactly.
something that's established. You like, oh,
Mhm.
we just invented this game, and now you guys are gonna have to be good at it to be Olympic level. Like, nah,
Yeah, man. I
that
just don't see that happening.
They're gonna
Yeah,
have
you're right.
prelims for the damn like to actually make the team and shit.
Exactly. So, like, the craziness of seeing people standing on the podium getting their country's anthems, sounded for playing a video game. The optics is just wild. I never thought that would happen. So, rounding out the top 10 of eligible games, right? So after Valorant was Fortnite. And these are non-mobile games. After Valorant was Fortnite. With under 1 million views, like it has half the viewership of Valorant, like at 700,000 viewers across the world. Apex Legends is after that. Rainbow Six Siege, Minecraft, and let's see, Dota 2 and Rocket League, which shocked me.
Not really. Rocket League is fun as hell.
FIFA, and the only fighting game even near the top 10 is Street Fighter 6. Tekken is all the way down at the bottom.
Well, this time around, yeah. Tekken 8 is not as good as it could have been.
Yeah.
I don't know. It'd be hilarious to see Olympic level Minecraft.
Because
you had kids all across the country. Well, I'm training for the Olympics.
Right, exactly. Get off my back. I'm trying out for the Olympic team. Anyway, so here's the thing. Here's the argument against first-person shooters. This is the Olympics. Parading a game where the whole purpose is for you running around and headshotting people optically is going to look very bad for the Olympics. That's why I think first-person shooters probably are going to be out.
At least your Call of Duties and your true military style ones, they're probably not gonna. Not only that, you got to remember, Call of Duty makes where the United States is the good guys, the rest of the world is bad.
Yeah,
that's
exactly
that in and of itself is like, okay, we ain't playing this. Fortnite might get away with it because it's cartoony and
cartoonish.
Silly.
Correct.
Yeah.
Fortnite could probably get away with it, and that's probably the argument against Counter-Strike, which is one of the most popular games in the world, viewership wise.
Yeah, Apex Legends might go too. That's
League of Legends could go through because
definitely.
that's just a mobile battle arena. Street Fighter is a contender. I love the idea that GQ put out there about having for the games that you play, all of the characters are wearing tracksuits. Imagine Blanca in an Olympic tracksuit. That'd be hilarious. That'd be hilarious. And for an extra added bonus, right? Each of the Olympic competitors has their own gamer tag, which could instantly vault their streaming career into the stratosphere.
Oh yeah,
instantly, just like the NBA 2K League does, right? For a lot of people, right? And then say if they win whatever medal they win, their avatar will be able to have the gold medal. Like it would be a rare thing. Like literally, you'd be one of the only people in the world that has a gold medal as a Street Fighter player. That would be dope bragging rights.
I mean, that's also something they did with Capcom Cup, because the winners of Capcom Cup would be able to pick a unique outfit for their character that only their gamer tag could actually wear. And they were able to design a particular whatever the new costume was for whatever character of their choice. Usually, it was obviously they would pick the character that they played. So, Mena RD, for example, made a birdie that basically looks like him.
Nice.
In the game, and that's so there's different things that they can do with it for sure, because especially if you got the game companies on board.
Hey, NetherRealms need to get on board because they need all the help they can get.
Mortal Kombat will never be an Olympic game.
I'm just saying, dog.
They
need help. They need help.
Mortal Kombat is barely even used on YouTube because of the
Right.
fact that as soon as you get to blood, you got to change the saturation on your video feed to make sure it doesn't look like blood. I'm like, okay.
Right, it's got to turn orange or some junk like that.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I was obviously I would love to have fighting games be part of the esports. I feel like for the fighting game scene, that would be a nice, shot in the arm to make it super legit. I think it would be pretty dope. Now, Preem gives up a good point. So this is a good one, and I know the print is really small, so it's hard for you guys to read. And this is for all the people on the other platforms, right? So these were the games featured in the 2023 Olympics esports series. The confirmed games across 10 sports include archery, tic-tac-toe, baseball, baseball, chess, cycling, Just Dance, Gran Turismo for motorsports, sailing for a virtual regatta, shooting ISSF challenge featuring Fortnite. Okay, interesting. Tennis Clash, and Taekwondo, virtual Taekwondo. What if Virtual Fighter came back as an Olympic sport?
That'd be cool.
That'd be funny. Cool. That would be dope. I would love that, man. I would love that. So, okay. Of those games, right? Just Dance and Gran Turismo are the only ones that have any outside of, obviously, Fortnite with the shooting challenge. Those are the only ones that even register any kind of recognition with a lot of people. So esports chess.
Why?
Exactly.
Just play real chess.
Play chess.
Same thing with tennis. Like tennis is just weird. Archery is an actual thing in the Olympics. It's like some of the stuff that they're picking is weird. It's like, if it was supposed to be doing like high roll archery or something on the Wii.
With the Wii, yeah, exactly like that. Yeah, with the Wii controller. Like, come on, man. Like, if you're gonna do this, to me, it should be a sport that you cannot physically perform, right?
I mean, technically, fighting is in the Olympics as well, but most people can't do that. I'm just saying.
Yeah, they can't chuck fireballs.
Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, like putting baseball in there. It's like
it's already
just play baseball.
Yeah, it's already in the Olympics.
Yeah. Baseball is in the Olympics. Like, baseball is an actual Olympic, sport. Like,
there you
what are we doing here?
There you go, hand. The Tekken bowling up.
Yeah, Tekken bowling would be dope.
I'm surprised bowling is not an Olympic sport as is.
I probably wasn't.
That is weird. You would think that it would be.
Yeah, because they got curling, and what is curling? But like, it's not really ice bowling. I was gonna say ice bowling.
Curling is weird anyway. No matter what.
Very. Didn't they?
The hobby horse. I seen video of that.
Okay, so it says, and I just looked this up. Number one, what's up, sir? It's been a while. Y'all hadn't seen nothing till you seen grown women competing in the hobby. I mean, true. Bowling at the Summer Olympics. Bowling was featured in the Summer Olympic Games demonstration program in 1988 at Seoul's Royal Bowling Center. A total of 20 nations competed in the men's and women's tournament. No bowling professionals competed, so there was no Pete Weber. For the USA in bowling. So, but that is interesting. So it was in 1988.
That is one thing about the Olympics that the dream team to me is still ridiculous that they're even allowed to compete.
Well, the argument against them not competing was defeated because the other countries were using their pro players.
But it's
back in the 90s.
Yeah.
It's so pathetic, though, how they were just getting destroyed.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, no.
It's whatever, man. It's...
And all this because the amateurs that we were sending were getting their asses handed to them. So they were like, you know what? We're going to go ahead and just, put our...
annihilate everybody. Just annihilate everybody.
Basically, we're just going to go ahead and cheat.
Which, and looking at it now here, some 30-something years later, the playing field is 100% evened out because the world has caught up to the US. We're sending our best and they're getting beat. So
They
Because
almost lost to South
we
Sudan.
changed the way we play.
I think they're just being lazy. That's what I think.
They're that too.
I think
Absolutely
that they're not playing as hard as they really, because it's like,
really,
these people. Yeah, I think they're taking them for granted, and that's why South Sudan almost beat them, because they were taking them for granted. And then
I think y'all wrong.
I mean,
Okay.
I could be wrong. I'm not saying that I'm right. I'm just saying that I think back in the 90s when they first started to do the Dream Team stuff, there was a lot of quality, in the US. And there wasn't much basketball being played. I mean, basketball was being played in the rest of the world, but
right?
apparently they weren't putting up
wasn't
like people like it is now.
Yeah.
But with saying that, you mean you had Manu Ginobili and what's his name,
Tony Parker
from their respective Tony Parker from their respective countries, and they were pros and they were going to their respective teams in there, and they weren't straight dominating, and they weren't freaking like putting a hurt on the U.S. I think it's really when the U.S. is just going there acting like, oh, we're going to win. It's that tortoise in the hare type mentality.
But here's the difference. Now, if you look at the rosters of most of these other countries, like the big time countries, they have NBA level talent on their rosters.
Yep.
Like they're full of NBA talent. Canada is full of NBA talent.
It should be.
Serbia is.
Canada should have always been being attached to us.
Yeah, but they weren't. Most of them were in the US. But now a lot of the big time stars are coming from Canada. They're in the NBA. A lot of the international players, look at Luka Doncic, big time player, comes from over in the Joker comes over from Serbia.
No,
so
I understand that aspect of it, but the other issue is the players for the original Dream Team would destroy the players on the current Dream Team. Period. They would destroy them.
Okay, let's put things in its proper context though. Larry Bird at the time of the Dream Team was a complete shell of himself. His back was gone, right?
Yeah,
Magic had retired from HIV, but even he was already in the later end of his career. You had Michael Jordan, you had Hakeem Olajuwon, you had Shaq in his prime. Reggie, no, you didn't have Reggie.
John Stockton.
John Stockton, Karl Malone, Pippen, Barkley.
Jordan ain't nothing without
Hakeem was not on the. I don't think Hakeem was on the Dream Team.
Hakeem was on the Dream Team. He was on the Dream Team. Yeah, he was. He was on the Dream Team.
David Robinson was on there too, if I'm not mistaken. The Admiral.
He was. I think he might have been.
They played a rougher, better version of basketball on the original Dream Team than what they play now. What they play now would be begging for fouls and all that other BS. They would get destroyed.
Oh, it is such a disgrace that damn foul merchant Joel Embiid is on the USA squad. Dude was foul merchanting in practice.
Marcus 64 is 100% right. Shaq was not on the original squad.
Let's see. Dream.
Was it Patrick Ewing?
Yeah, Patrick was on there.
And Jordan Punk has the reason why Isaiah wasn't on there. It shouldn't have been John Stockton. Their prime point guard should have been Isaiah.
Okay. Shaq should have been on the Dream Team, but Christian Laettner was picked over him. So that's why he was. Yeah, he should have been on the Dream Team, but he wasn't. Yeah, he should have been on the Dream Team. But yeah, Patrick Ewing, Chris Mullin, Charles Barkley, Clyde Drexler, David Robinson. I mean, this is like a laundry list of legends.
Yeah, they are Hall of Famers.
They're all Hall of Famers. Yep. Would they completely destroy the current team? The argument could be made. Yeah, they probably would. But we'll never know. Honestly,
of course not. But I mean, I'm just saying, in the sense of the team that we put together back then in '92 to play in the Olympics was the most unfair, lopsided thing ever.
1,000%.
So it is what it is. And again, I get it. All those professional players wanted a gold medal. It's like, okay, cool. You got your gold medal and this and that. I don't know. It set a very odd precedent, in my opinion, as to the integrity, so to speak, of the Olympics.
No, I get it. So, all right. So we need to get ready to turn in, to get ready, get our beauty sleep, get ready for Deadpool and Wolverine tomorrow. So excited. Looking forward to that. Looking forward to that one. Can't wait. 9:30 p.m. We're going to go see it. We are completely in dark mode until then. Hopefully tomorrow at work, the time just flies right on by. Definitely gonna be staying off of social media and not looking at nothing until tomorrow night. So excited, so super excited. So we will be back next week, 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central. Probably to discuss maybe a little bit of how we felt and what we think is gonna happen with the MCU moving forward based on this movie. Also, we'll probably revisit Comic-Con, which is this weekend, and talk about all the stuff that shook out from that. So look forward to that. Great. Thank you very much for you guys being here. Preem says, "Oh, spoiler alert! Apparently, it's a cameo." Wow. Skip you, bruh. Got to discuss the boys. Yeah, okay. We'll allow everybody time to talk about the boys or to catch up on the boys and watch that. And obviously, Cobra Kai season 1, part 1 came out. Seemingly, nobody's been talking about it, but we can next week. Simon says so. Do your homework, unless you can binge the entire show by next week. It's only 5 seasons, so
Oh wow!
You said
you
it's only
should be fine.
5 seasons.
It's only 5 seasons, so you should be
Wow.
fine. 5 seasons, half-hour episodes, and I think it's like 12 episodes per season. I think that's it. But you can do it. You can do it by next week. You can do it. So make sure you come back next week. Thank you guys for being here. Remember, friends, the great Daddy Kuji GQ and Simon Says, I'm Kishiro. See you guys next week. Enjoy Deadpool. Have a good one.
Peace, Mike. Oh, yeah.